Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. Today we're going for another solo Elite Deep Archimedea run. This time we have Kullervo, Cedo, Kit Gun, a good one actually, Spore Lacer, and Xoris. And yeah, Exterminate, Alchemy Disruption. Ghost is always going to be a bit annoying, but honestly, as quite often I've chosen to go Vazarin, so hopefully this is a smooth one and done run, but we'll see. I think the most I ever had to try was like 5 times because I was learning to play Wukong and about his kit, and I'd already done it with a party like before even attempting, so that really stretched my patience and so on. But I have faith in Kullervo. I think it'll be smooth. We'll see though. Okay, yep. We can smack the crap out of stuff for sure. Okay, luckily it is Exterminate. I was thinking like, I shouldn't be killing stuff. But that's because I just did some solo, whatchamacallit runs, Anchor Hold. Anchor Hold, also known as the place where you get Archon Shards. And look at those fat, juicy red crids. Netracells. That's what I meant. Yeah, I was doing Netracells. It went pretty decent. With Kullervo. 10-minute runs. Felt good, man. And what are these? They increase the enemy's level by like 1, but it really does not matter. And we just keep gliding around. I mean, this is pretty effortless because I do have a lot of Forma on my gear. I'm gonna show the builds at the end of the video, as I often do. I feel it's more interesting to watch that way. And we got some Gruzzlings. Let's prime them up with Viral and slow them down with the Cedo and get some red crits rolling. Yeah, just about to split. There we go, detonate. Okay. Alright. Entrati Lanthorn, one to add to the collection of like 2,000. Yeah. Have too many, for sure. They just drop so often here. Feels like insult to injury with them being the final reward from this. Okay, something just popped our Overguard, so something is doing some real damage. TM. I guess it's the explosions. And a wild Necromech is trying to appear. Denied. So, turns out Kullervo's not just good for subsuming and making your other frames overpowered, he's also alright. Definitely alright. Especially when you have this sweet shotgun. Look at that skin, just beautiful. Okay. I think it came out on St. Patrick's Day, in case you're wondering. And I think it's still in the store if you search for it. I'll cover that at the end of the run too, but yeah, this is a bit too easy, so my mind is kind of going like, okay, well, easy mode, autopilot. Not too much to talk about. Okay, he just popped my Overguard in one shot, or was it this nasty Necromech? Cannot tell. Prime him up. And doing some nice damage with our glaive. Part of it is hitting the Necromech from behind. Yeah. I'm not gonna go for any sexual jokes on that. But no doubt some comedian more skilled than I could think of something witty to say. Let me know in the comments if you did. Oh, and we went down, getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, and we're back up. That should not have happened, but just indication to pay more attention for sure. And I'm trying to use recompense, but okay, until it actually hits all the targets with its daggers, you can't recast it. So your survivability in one-on-one situations as Kullervo is actually pretty shit. Pretty trashed here. Oh, okay, speaking of, let's go Immortal. That's what we got Vazarin for. And crowd control now that the Overguard is down. And slow and everything. Okay. Weird how these missions are so long. Okay. One thing to boost One thing to boost Kullervo's survivability is use his Wrathful Advance and you get an iframe. Just like that. So that's pretty nice. Always got a lot of energy spare as it turns out. And yeah, easy wins. Okay. Ow. We do have Rolling Guard too, which I've been forgetting to use. No adaptation. Arguably adaptation would be good, but yeah, not really with Vazarin if you're going for the whole immortality thing. Anyway, adaptation does not affect Overguard. And yeah, in case you're wondering where I've been answering comments, but mainly also playing other games. Warframe kind of got burned out a little bit. Oh, level 510, not bad. And I thought there would be an actual content update with TennoCon, but it was just like the announcement of content. So that was a slight letdown. No, I've been traveling a lot, and for the last 10 days or so I've been playing some Souls-like games. That was good. That was really good. Because if you get too deep in the grind, just Warframe stops being fun. Okay, and we're almost done with our Exterminate mission. Sweet. That is great. Okay. 3 more enemies to kill. Let's not die now. And there we go. We are finished. We're not Norwegian, we're finished. Jesus Christ, my dad jokes are on another level today. Just so bad. Let's see, do we have any Voca in here? 1. Cypher and out. Cypher on out. Kaboom. Well, that felt like a bit of a walk in the park, except when I got a bit too careless and didn't even pay attention to what the Eximus was doing. Let my Overguard drop and had to self-res through killing it with my operator weapon. But hey, whatever. That's alright. Let's get like max max overguard if you can. Sweet. And yeah, get on with the Crucible challenges. This might be a bit annoying. I might even fail here if I get really careless, because I know some necromechs will spawn, and they can do some serious damage. Oh yeah. That might legit kill us. So you see the grayed out health? It's grayed out because you have to throw a amphor. You have to throw one of those grenade type things at it to make it vulnerable. So if a necromech gets that, it will be immune to status and will be a bit screwed. But we'll see. Actually, it seems like they're not immune to status, so whatever. Okay, we're just gonna passively charge up our combo with this Storm skill, number 4. And that is a lot of mobs. Okay. Just keep grinding them down. Should really let them come to us, but whatever. Sweet. 9 times combo. Big explosions. You got the big explosion, man. Okay. Alright, there's our first challenger. Let's see if we can deny him before he summons the big bad. And yeah, as long as there's big groups of enemies, Kullervo's survival is fine, but once we have like a one-on-one situation, it's a bit shit. Because the recompense only strikes one target. You only get a limited amount of overguard from it, and you die if you don't watch your 6th. Okay, seems like we've taken care of the fire part. Alright, and the nice side effect of the amphors is that they actually blow up enemies, so you can start a kind of chain reaction with any luck, where you're killing the squad, and then they drop grenades, and then you're killing the next squad, and on and on and on. Alright, next challenger. 6.9 million Xoris crit. Sweet. Not bad. That's the Storm of Uko in the background stacking up our combo like you never seen. And last grenade. Let's go immortal, because we can. Big old crits. Okay, and now we need to get into position. If you'll excuse the expression. And annihilate these pipes, these valves, so we don't fail the mission. Need to kill him before time's up. You can shoot him around halfway and then move on to the next. Move on up. Stay on the scene. Move on up to the next point. There we go. And that's round 1. Deny the necromech summon at all costs. Did we fail? I think we failed. Shit. Okay. And it's immortal while being summoned. We know that. Okay. Xoris took care of it, and grenades take care of it too. Alright, we're done. False alarm. It could have been really tough though. Like, some weapons just suck against necromechs. And some are great. So, on to the next point. Let's actually use teleport to get there quicker. As long as we don't target any enemies, it'll be great. 12 times combo, look at that. And melee influence, nice. And accidentally chucked the fire grenade. Whatever, there's another one. This is like one of the only challenges in Warframe, apart from level cap content, that really does anything for me anymore as far as challenging myself goes, and that's precisely why I've been taking a break and playing other games, because don't want to burn out, especially with being more serious about content creation. I am hyped about 99 though. It does look really good to me, I think. I'm gonna make a video just about that, slightly different than what all the other content creators have been doing, about Warframe's potential and what I really want to see in the game, and inspiration from other games. Like, kind of a letter to the devs, and looking for community feedback a bit. I think it's somewhat of a consensus though. Already, everyone's just looking for like a challenging endgame, which we're getting towards. I think we need some gear normalization in Warframe endgame to make it happen, because you can't balance around like everyone having crap, but you can't balance around it everyone having nonsense bonker 5-star ribbons either. Okay, let's progress this stuff. Stop talking so much. Being overpowered is fun for a while, but then that while is over and you're left with questions. Okay, took care of that necromech. Died because I was careless versus the group. I don't know, I just kind of zone out when I'm not challenged. Anyone else get that? I stop really paying attention when I feel like it's too easy. Just the way my brain works. Ooh, but something got our health to 92. I think our dog might have saved us with like Loyal Guardian or something. Have to actually slaughter this group better. Yeah, I'm way too slow on this round too. It's embarrassing, sorry. We're at 9 minutes already. Should be finished. And that was not a slam dunk. I threw the fire grenade at the mobs next to the... What is it anyway? Bubble bath for toxins. Something like that. But that's the thing, right? Once you're a bit overpowered, or in my case, you have everything. Once you have everything, you stop having to really pay attention to the game. You just sleepwalk through it. And that's like the part of Warframe that I and people love and hate at the same time. Like, the grind is great. It's fun while you're grinding, but then you have all your stuff, and then it's no longer challenging, and then you're like, so what did I spend like a millennia grinding for? And the answer is, that was the experience. That was the game. I did hear something about Warframe player versus environment versus player mode coming. potentially. Ooh, let's not die now. And let's get this thing super quick. Oh. Yeah, as long as we can keep that overguard rolling, we're good. Okay. There we go. Mission complete. Or did I speak too soon? Am I gonna flatline right here? Not looking likely, is it? I would have to really mess up hard. I think if I did like one of these landings where you can't move and my overguard was already down and then I screwed up the operator self-res. So you need to do like 3 or 4 mistakes to actually die in the game. 3 or 4 big mistakes. Whereas in these Souls-like games we've been playing, it's like, yeah, kind of. You also need to make 3 or 4 big mistakes, but some stuff just kind of one-shots you and your health doesn't regenerate. And that's what keeps you on your toes, you know? It's just more entertaining. And like one of the hard things for DE to change is they've already given people a lot of power. So how do you take that power away or make it less relevant without a lot of backlash, right? So like primed sure-footed, making no one knockdownable anymore, or the overguard and shield regens and all of that stuff. Yeah. But you need like some kind of mechanics that will screw players up, because otherwise it's just too easy. Alright. He is slowed to hell. That was only like 4 cold stacks. Defense failed? Are you joking? Oh, it's that crappy defense mode where everything attacks your conduit. So you have to clear the conduit first, and then you have to kill the bot really, really fast. Okay. Helps to read. In solo mode, it's paused for you, so... Oh, this is the last one, okay. Enemies can target and destroy conduits, health regens, and GG. Okay. This thing's so annoying. Let's get to this. Oops. Let's get to this docket. Jamie Crockett. And no enemies. Sweet. 0 focus earned. 1 enemy. Can I generate overguard off of the ghost? It seems like it. Yeah, that's good to know. Or was the range just helping me out there? I don't know. The other enemies seem kind of invisible for a moment, so hard to tell. Yeah, it's like relatively easy to cheese if you have most of the game's knowledge at your fingertips. So like 2 or 3k hours like me. Then you're like, oh, that challenge, just do this. And for most of Elite Deep Archimedea, that's like, just go Vazarin, have 1 good weapon, GG. Oh crap, I'm making the same mistake again, aren't I? letting the conduit die. Okay. Let's at least stop that thing. And I see... Oh! Yes! Okay, so now we've completed the mission because you just need one successful defense. Oh wait, no. You have to get 8 conduits. You're joking. That's... Jesus. It's not 2 rounds, it's 8 conduits. Wow. Oh well. Strat seems to be more like chill by the conduit and hope you can burst down the necromech in time rather than run and let your conduit be blown up. Oh, don't like those ones. But they can't really do shit to Overguard, can they? Good to kill it anyway though, because it would probably kill this conduit super fast. Okay, let's actually see if we can burst it down quickly before there's any enemies at the conduit. Come on. No, defense failed. Okay, so that's definitely not the way. You have to wait by the conduit. Surprised how long it took to kill it. So we're looking at 3 rounds in hell. 5 minutes in. Also, the thing about Elite Deep Archimedea, if you're a veteran, it's so brainless when you have a squad. Like, when it released, it was fun for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't know, no, 2 weeks for people like us. And then it was just like, okay, we understand the game mode now. Hopefully it wasn't a catastrophic mistake. Come on, defense complete, yes. So we can test our ghost theory. No, because there's enemies on top of the ghosts. Are the enemies dead yet? Okay, can we test? I think the ghost has given us some overguard, yeah. Don't get me wrong, Warframe is still like my #1 grinding and just chilling game where you get cool shit and make great builds and have a blast being creative, because it allows you, it doesn't work against you, it works with you, it doesn't block your creativity, you know? But the thing is the challenge, like that's such a delicate balance. And players are going to do whatever it takes to get strong, or within reason. And once they're strong enough, like, it's just boring. Because the mechanics that are used for boss fights and really strong enemies are a bit too lame. You know? I think that's just like it. Okay, got lucky with ambushing the necromech, managed to do it in time. Anyway, I'm gonna quit, like, kind of slightly bitching. I just want the best for this game, and I know they don't play it as much as, like, the sizable community that's gathering at endgame that have, like, completed the story, got decent ribbons, got all the focus schools, or at least one of them maxed, that really want to play the game and be challenged. And For me, it's always like less than a month of a content update dropping. I'm really having fun and trying to face the challenges like Profit Taker on my own when they're released, and then everything just gets too easy, bro. Alright, anyway, I said I wasn't gonna bitch anymore, so I'm not gonna bitch anymore. Come on. I can feel them deleting the pylon or whatever it's called. But we got it in time again. Sweet. Double priming with corrosive and viral on our 2 different weapons. Orange crit for 1 mil without Wrathful Advance. That's pretty sweet. If you do want a weapon that one-shots Necromix, there is one I can think of. Dystopia made a showcase of it. It's pretty cool. Warfans. I think he was using Quasis. And even one-shot level 10,000 Necromix with it. They had to be primed. But yeah, because it hits like 12 times, I think that's a big part of the reason why it works. You can't actually one-shot with a melee strike because there's a hard damage cap the Necromech can take. But you can kill it in like 12 hits or 10, which is what the Warfans do with their old fire. They unleash like 10 daggers or so, 10 projectiles. Okay, and we have the white dot, which is 180 meters away. Oh, it's this one again. Okay. Yeah, so this has to be one of the slower elite Archimedes I've done. Definitely meant for a squad, because then you could have like 2 defending, 2 attacking, and also you could go 1-1, like 1 is on this, so to speak. If you understand what I mean. There we go, just got it in time. It's like a couple meters from the conduit. Yeah, it's called a conduit, not a pylon. That's right. It is fun, it's just the thing is it's like on autopilot for me, which I guess that's the thing about PvP games, you know, because you're fighting against other players, you never get to that stage of everything's just autopilot. Because there's always something that can be done differently, unless it's like round-based games with no variety. When it's like chess or turn-based, where you can predict what's gonna happen. Look at that Xoris go. Yeah, that round was faster. We're only at 12 minutes and we already got 6 conduits. Sweet. Okay, let's generate some combo. Network not responding. You're joking. Yeah, it was. Game was trolling me. My internet connection was trolling me. It's more like it. Okay, let's res our dog. Hopefully we won't get, look at that, just strip the overguard. Hopefully we won't get overguarded Necromechs. You do get that sometimes, like we had an assassination Elite Deep Archimedea, and the only way we managed it was because of Vazarin, and that's when I knew like, oh, I can solo this. Because I was keeping the whole squad alive with it. with my, I think I had like Garuda, and everyone was just standing in one place, and I was doing that on the Murmur boss. It was fun. It was a good time. Okay, what's going on here? The key just teleported? Has a will of its own. Nice. Maybe the thing is, like, it's a movie, so to speak. And I've watched the movie, and now I'm like, but I want to keep watching the movie, but you don't get to. Like, you get to play through it, and then you're, like, done, so to speak. You know? You can keep grinding, you can keep making platinum. 1.7k. Not bad, but I'm too lazy for, like... I live for the challenge, man. Too lazy for, like, hardcore grinding, he said. And remembered his 3 million kuva, and how cringe it was to speak of himself in third person. Okay, so what are we doing? Getting another docket. Sweet red creds. Thing didn't want to die, so we mercy killed it. It's pretty nice how the mercy kills got revamped. It's pretty damn good. Because it was annoying as hell to kill some units. Like those floating ones. Or like trigger the mercy kill conditions. For instance, you have Parazon mods, which give you strength, or Incarnons from mercy killing, or like finisher killing, the Skana for instance. And that was just impossible before the changes, or really annoying at least. And now it's totally fine. So they're incrementally making the game better. Definitely getting better. But what I'm gonna make a video about is, in my like 99 summary, it's gonna be more about how to exponentially make the game better. And that might sound like too much, but I think Warframe's future, if the devs are like brave, which I don't know, we'll see. Warframe could be the best game that exists in this category, at least, like shooter with RPG elements, by allowing the players to develop and balance themselves in some kind of, I don't know about test realm, but like feedback loop with the devs. Because the devs just don't play as much as the top sort of player base does, and you get this uncomfortable floating feeling in Warframe. Once you've reached a certain point, you're just like, all right, what do I do? Why am I logging in anymore? What's this all for? And so my idea was like, imagine a whole TennoCon with like player driven creativity and content updates, and like, yeah, so we're gonna do this, and people could also learn to code. And like, it might sound far-fetched, and you might just be like, no, devs won't do that. But so during a content drought, one of the things the devs were actually developing and shelved was this thing called the Kingpin system, and letting players design stuff. So it actually already exists in the background somewhere. I used the word exponential, said, you know, let's like make Warframe what it can be. Because I think all it takes is working with the players, allowing them to unleash their creativity, not just through mods and builds, but through like game modes and modifying the game modes, right? and then you'll see what comes out on top. What's the best? What do people really play? And yeah, you can integrate that into the game, and then you've got the best of both worlds, because players developing content for you and taking some strain off the developers. And also players developing content, so it's going to be what they're interested in, you know. I kind of think Path of Exile leads really well in this respect. Like, every 3 months they've got killer new content, and it's an old game, but people still play it because all of those modifiers are so radical and they make the game interesting again. So that was my ramble. Hope you enjoyed watching this Elite Deep Archimedea run. Sorry it's kind of off topic and personal, but yeah, I guess I'm looking at the long-term perspective, you know, thinking what's best for the health of the game. I know they have their own like 5-year plan, content plan. I think we're like 3 years into that, but that's like the best case scenario that I see. I think if they did something like that, Warframe's future could be stellar. And people bitch about the devs being nasty and like financially motivated or whatever, but it's nothing compared to like Blizzard. Giant like that. And they're, you know, Blizzard, Activision, people are leaving because it's just atrocious how they try to rip people off and nickel and dime them, even though they're paying for the product itself, you know. Yeah, but that's a topic for another video. So that was a fun run. We got some decent loot. Seems to have disappeared, lol. Let's look at the build. Let's see what we've got here. Kullervo, 2 purple shards, and they are triggered because we're over 500 energy. So we've got 100% more melee crit damage and a little bit of casting speed. That was it really though. 400 flat melee crit chance buff. Decent heavy attack efficiency because of Kullervo's passive. Recompense giving us fat overguard of 20k, enough for level 500-ish content anyway. And yeah, collective curse barely used. Storm of Ruko used a little bit on the disruption map there at the end. Here's the mods. So corrosive projection, reduce armor a little bit. Arcane strike to make that glaive throw nice and speedy. Energize to keep our energy up. Flow should be maxed, but yeah, it's not that big a deal. Archon Intensify actually triggers through recompense, because you see there it says health 695.5, so this gives us a bit more strength. We don't need that much duration, so transient fortitude is totally fine. Could have even dropped this, to be honest, but yeah, this is the build, comfort build we ended up running with. If you run Diriga, maybe even dogs can trigger electric, but this is from when I was using that. And yeah, no handspring, no prime sure-footed, because overguard is nearly always up, and I just thought I'd risk it. Here is the Cedo build. Not going to talk too much about it. Kind of junk Riven, but kind of alright. Dexterity on the primary, secondary, and just priming for cold, corrosive radiation. Radiation is important, not for the damage, but for the nice bit of crowd control. With Cedo's radial attack, it bounces around so many times, and everything has slow, everything has A fried brain. This I barely even used, but one of the modifiers was like low ammo, so we have a battery-powered spore laser. And yeah, again, pretty junk-riven, don't need it. It's only 1 star as well. But viral priming and a bit of electric damage. We just slapped the viral on top of the cold. So this is the shotgun skin, Zoboff. And this pistol just was brought by Barrow. So good looking. Here is our Xoris. It's like a glaive proto skin. Wasn't even using this. And that's totally fine. Yeah, what is there to say? Just go for some nice electric damage, use condition overload, get that initial combo high. And yeah, Kullervo is a great glaive chucker because he gets infinite combo points and he doesn't blow up the combo on detonation, keeps it. It's really good. I guess could have done this. Maybe. Except no. But could almost do that, right? Could definitely almost do that. Need one more mod slot. Bit annoying, but whatever. Okay, that is that. That's the build. Hope you enjoyed the run. Vazarin, super good, in case you didn't get it. Total damage immunity. You can use Sling like 24/7. Makes the game too easy. Goes Saiyan. And here's the dog. Dog steals and strips Overguard and Aura from the Eximus units. And nukes, pretty hilarious. We also had like low-key 7 dogs on screen. 6 extra from these 2 mods. And yeah, its survivability is pretty alright through like shield gating. Only went down a few times. Not spectacular though. And here's the weapon I was using. Don't even have any forma on the weapon. Should definitely put some on. Is there... Okay, no. Yeah. So if I was actually trying harder, I think I would slap, I don't know, primed reach. And anything else? I don't know. You really don't need to go over the top. Viral priming automatically is super nice. Yeah, we'll leave that for another day. Dogs are good. Good doggo. Good hound. Looking forward to Lotus Eaters. You could see these mouths off in the distance before they announced the update. So it's cool. Their 5-year plan, you know, they do actually have a storyline they're following. Like up here is the guy, man in the wall. If you come out here, other side of Sanctum Anatomica. Yeah, there's stuff to look forward to. I just wish there was more playable content than like a week's worth or 2 after the update drops, but c'est la vie.